G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be going over the Patrol and just giving it a bit of a happy birthday. Sorry if there's grinding going on in the background, but there always is around here now. So yeah, here she is. I went for a bit of a four-wheel drive trip about 2 weeks ago up Mount Disappointment. I didn't film it because we went at night time, but she got a little bit of damage from her. We got the door here that's been dinged in. Still haven't seen the extent of that because we haven't washed it yet. This thing was covered in mud, but because it's been raining so much, most of it's been washed off. We only really did the dint on the door. What else did we do? And also this rear bumper cover fell off, so I've got to put that back on. That fell off. And the biggest issue we had was we had a bit of a fuel leak. When I could smell a bit of fuel when we were out in the bush, but when I got home, I saw it was dripping a little bit under the fuel tank, but it was coming from like the top, so it might be at the top of the sender unit or something. So today we're going to dive into that a bit and make sure that that's all good and just fix a few things up on her. Now I did film a few clips a couple months back when we fixed the front axle, so I only filmed a couple of short clips in that because we were so into it, me and my buddy. I'm going to chuck those in first and then we'll get on with the rest of the video. Maybe I should bring this out with us when we go next. So I couldn't really get it out from that side, fortunately. So I got this whole side pulled apart. This is the contraption we're making at the moment, or Dylan's making. And we got the other side pulled apart. We're gonna go in from that way. So hopefully get past that ridge and knock the bastard out. All right, so we're 2 hours into it. There it is, with a strong ass magnet on the end of a fucking AU sway bar. That we fought that for 2 hours. Welded this bastard onto there, snapped him off inside the axle tube, got him out with a magnet. Finally got it out. Oh, well, give everything a clean and put the new one in. And pack that one full of grease. Wow, now that we got that axle out, start putting the front end back together. So I'm gonna start repacking all the bearings, the CVs. I've already repacked one of the locking hubs because that was a bit hard to get in and out, so it's nice and easy now. So now I just gotta put the whole front end back together. So now I gotta clean all this mess up, repack it all, fill her up with oil. So now that the axle's all fixed, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this car outside. I think I might take it to the car wash, give it a good rinse over, clean up underneath so underneath is nice and clean to work under. Try and fix anything. We'll go over the engine bay, make sure everything's good for the next trip. Pretty much just want to get her ready for the next trip. I think we're going to go out probably next weekend. So it'd be good just to do a once over on her and just make sure everything's good. So far mechanically everything's been fantastic. Yeah, we went through some real sloshy mud a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it was freaking so much fun. So we'll move the 180 out and get her outside, and we'll go to the car wash. All right, now that we got Chonkinator out, gotta fix this rear bumper cover first. So pretty much pulled itself out of the screw here. Just gotta slide it back under it, clamp it down. This is all the boring stuff. I should tighten that bit down. Oh shit, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to plug in the light. I can do that after. God, this door doesn't want to stay open. Cool, got the bumper cover on there, got the dead body in there, mounted it with a zip tie in there, plugged it all in. That's one thing done. You can see how much dirtier that is compared to the rest of the car because it's been in the back. I really wish this construction site would stop working, but you know what? They have to, because construction makes the world go round. Also guys, I forgot to mention, I bought some 35's for this. So I'm only whacking them on. There's just little runaround tyres, or not little, but runaround tyres, and the 36's will only come out when we go off-road. I'm gonna pack up and then we're gonna go to the car wash and give it a rinse. Well guys, now that I'm just wiping down the car at home, now you can see our fuel leak we've got. So it's coming where the tank, it's like dripping down the frame rail there. So once we finish wiping the car down, because it's still a bit dirty, pull the sender off and have a look. Probably the O-ring or maybe even the line going to the feed or returns probably buggered. So we'll have a look. Well, now that I've cleaned her up a little bit more, you can sort of see a bit clearer this damage on the side here. So it's sort of hit right there on the rear door and then dragged along the front here all the way up to front guard pretty much. And I'm pretty sure that was the last bog hole I did. It's always the last bog hole, something happens at Mount Dis. I think I've got the clip here, so I rolled in. Made it look easy, sort of. Oh, did a wheelie. Did a mono. You can't really see me hit it, but I remember when I dropped into the rut, my door just went bunk, and my missus next to me, and she was like, what was that? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to know. That's pretty much the extent of the paddle damage. Not really much else after I washed it that I noticed on it, but let me just get a nice rear view of it. Oh God, it's such a cool car, isn't it? That's all dried up, that little spot I looked at before, and I couldn't smell any fuel, so I don't know if that was just water running off, because I haven't smelt any fuel the whole drive, and last time I did, so I don't know, maybe because it was a full tank, maybe it's come out of the filler neck or something. Yeah, but I swear I saw it leaking there, so I'm just going to put it in the garage, and then we're going to have a quick look at it. But it's good to have this car out again. All I've been hearing all day is the beeping and grinding from that construction. It's driving me nuts. I probably didn't mention in the start, but I have a cracked rib at the moment, so I'm very, very limited on what I can do. So I've been home from work all week, so I've been so bored. Yeah, I'm in a lot of pain on my right hand side, so just taking every day very slowly. I probably should clean the interior. Probably should clean the interior of this car. It's still filthy. The fire extinguisher down there. And yeah, I've got to give this a nice clean. I might as well do all that while I'm here and I'm off work. Otherwise I'll never get to it. What about the rear seats? Oh yeah. Oh, is that a wheel? Oh no, power steering fluid. Actually, I need that. I need that for the 180. Perfect. Let's get her up into the garage. Look at the mess I've left. God. All right, now that we have the beast in the garage, you can see the this scratch I think was from Talangi. I'm pretty sure. I know that one was coming from the guard, from the flare up to the door there, but this one here, I think that's new. I think there's another one over here somewhere. There's this big one here, and we have obviously the big dent going all the way to the end there. So I do have polishing pad and some compound here, so I'm going to polish that up and see how much we can get that to come out. I reckon, yeah, if it's not gone through the base, we should be fine. Now that we're here, we can come in and have a look at our fuel pump. So let's fold the seat down and out of our way. And this is the old, this used to have 2 batteries in it. So the old owner just had wiring laying down everywhere, so I've capped the ends off. I gotta fix all that up. Don't worry about that, you didn't see any of that. There's our fuel pump. So we need some 10 mils, and we'll pop that cover off. I'm not really getting any like overwhelming smells of fuel. I'm not really getting anything, to be honest. So I'll pop this cover off. And let's have a look. No wetness, which is good. I do smell some fuel, but you know what, probably the vapors. You know, I reckon it might even be going side to side. It might be coming out of the top of the sender unit there where it seals down. So I might tighten it a little bit more. I think they're like 8 mils. And then I'm just going to pop the key on and just see if anything comes out of that feed line. If there's any like, because that should be pressurized anyway, so you'd know if it would leak. But it wasn't enough of a fuel leak to lose fuel pressure, but just to be safe. I can smell a bit of fuel at the moment, so hopefully it's not a line that's further down. Can you guys see for me? Yeah, we'll have a look. I'll tighten those bolts down just a little bit more, and then we'll have a look underneath and see if anything comes out. What the fuck was that? Oh, it was a big ass truck. Might as well try it now. I'll just put the key on, prime, and we'll see if anything comes out. The fans going there. That's a radio going in the background, so it's not people talking. Like the voices I hear in my head.
Well, it sort of lets you reset your
I can't see anything. I'll just start it, let it run.
You can also go in.
No wetness. I'm gonna crawl up under there and just have a look at the feed line, just make sure everything's okay. Well guys, I'm under here having a good look, and I just can't seem to find any leaks anymore. It's just stopped. Now we are on about half a tank of fuel. Now for all of you that don't know, this is the main tank. This is a stainless belly tank. It hasn't got a rear tank because it used to be on LPG. So this is our main tank we're using at the moment to power to feed the entire car. So I can't really see anything sus. I think I might go for another lap around the block and just go side to side. That way I can just have an indication if it's a gravity sort of leak, that when we go side to side and it's sloshing, it's coming out of somewhere. Obviously the fuel line, everything's fine because it hasn't come out of the feed. I've just checked it all. and there's no leaks anymore. I think the leak we saw before was just water running down the frame. So I thought that's exactly where it leaked last time with the fuel. But last time the fuel smelt really strong. So yeah, it's a bit of a mystery leak for now, so I might just do a lap around the block. I'll bring you back if anything exciting happens. Well guys, we've got ourselves a bit of a mystery. After going around the block, well not even around the block, I went around the estate a couple of times, went really hard left to right just to slosh the fuel in the tank around, and we have no leaks anymore. Now it did leak about 2 weeks ago when we come back from, I only smelt it when we got home. So I don't know if it just, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe had more fuel in it, it leaked out of the overflow or something, or out of the filler neck, because we're in half a tank now, so that's enough to sort of, you know, have the fuel at an optimal level that we could see if we have any leaks sloshing from side to side. But it just seems that we have a mystery leak. I did tighten down that top cap there, so maybe that's it. I'm glad, but at the same time I'm a bit worried because like I really want to diagnose what that was. Have a look at the engine bay. I still got to clean it. I did rinse it at the car wash because it was brown. Say hi to the Skylines. Oh, it's a bit dark in here, isn't it? I should open the other door up. So yeah, this was brown, completely brown before the car wash. So now I've taken off all the crap. I'm going to go over it with a rag and clean it all up. I mean, I think we're going to be going out in another week or two, so there's probably no point getting too into it. But we'll give it a clean. First of all, before we do that, I want to grab, so I've got some Ultimate compound here next to me Hilux crawler. I've got a pad, it's filthy, but I'll use the top of it. It's just to do that scratch bit, and a microfiber. This is the fun part of four-wheel driving, fixing everything that you fucked up. At the end of the day, we had a freaking good time doing it. At least if I can get most of that scratch out, I can pull the door card off, and hopefully I can get behind there and just give it a couple of taps with a dolly behind it. And rock sliders didn't save me then. But that I won't be able to, that I can probably tap out there on the jam. It is, here's a few layer there, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Sorry if there's any wind noise, it's really windy today. Just gonna clean it a little bit further in. There's still a little bit of just crap there, but it doesn't bother me too much. This car's not gonna be pristine. I like to drive my cars, so I don't want no pavement queen like it used to be. Before I fix the diffs in it. Just dab some product all around, and then we'll just work it in gently. And hopefully a lot of that goes away. Oh, I just headbutted you guys, sorry. You watch the bottom half of the door be so shiny compared to the top. Now that I'm doing this, I'll do it halfway and we'll see the difference. That's almost gone already, isn't it? Let's wipe that off and have a look. Well, it's almost gone here completely. I reckon a couple of cuts. Fuck, what a difference. It's almost gone. So from the sticker onwards, it's almost, I can barely see that. I'll show you guys the other side for reference. So you can watch, and it sort of just disappears. Awesome. All right, Mickey Mouse. Let's continue with that and see how good we can get it. Well guys, that looks better. If this thing got a full cut and polish, this car would look insane. So I might get my buddy to do it. I've got a few mates that do detailing and stuff, so I might take it to them and just see how it'll look. Because I think you can see the depth in the colour. Look at the top of the door and look at the bottom where the depth's just unreal. So we've taken most of that out, which is fantastic. Now we're just left with the dent there. So hopefully I can just tap that out. Depending if we can get to it from the inside, I think we should be able to. For this part of this video, I'm gonna put the car out the back. And then tomorrow, which is Friday, I'm gonna grab the 35's for it and chuck them on. And those will be the wheels that we drive around just sort of day to day. And then we'll put these things on when we go to the bush and get muddy. All right guys, so I've hidden the Patrol around the corner and the back of my joint. So she's gonna sit there until we get the 35's for her. So next part of this video, we'll be going to get the 35's for her. But I just wanted you to get one more look at her because she's just so pretty. Actually really happy with how the door came out. We actually probably see it a bit better now that the sun's hitting it. Oh no, sun's not hitting it, but just a dent now, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I gotta repaint these flares because they look shit house now. The paint's all flaked off them, so I gotta use some better paint. But yeah, slowly. You can see over in my fresco over here, we have the roof rack for it, which we have to modify and turn it into a flat rack and shorten the mounts just a little bit, just to get it to sit flush with the roof. That way it's not too high and hits my garage door. But with 35's on it, we should have no problems. So next video will be getting the 35's, guys. So see you in the next clips. Well guys, we are back, and it's like a week or two later since that last few clips that I put up. So it's rained hectically, so the car's got a little bit dirty again. Got her in the garage because backyard's getting a little bit hectic out there because of the rain. But yeah, pulled her in, and here's our 35's that we picked up. So I got these for $100 for all four. Tyres aren't too bad. The rears are a little bit heavy going. Those are the two rears over there, but we're going to change those, don't worry. We'll run them on for now. So they're Hankook Dynapro mud tyres, and they are a 15-inch wheel. I think they're neg 26s, and the reason I paid $100 was because I bought them from a friend. You guys probably remember I used to have 33s for it, and I ended up selling them to my buddy with the Hilux. That's on my channel a few times. So they're on his car now, so I had no runaround wheels for this car. And I hate driving them on these tyres because, you know, bead locks get a bit of attention, plus they are very noisy. Ended up getting these 35s, and I really wanted them just because of the dynamic steelies, the circle ones. I love the look of these. They look like monster trucks, so definitely jumped on these when my mate said he wanted to sell them. So thank you, Dylan, for the wheels. And yeah, not bad tread for what they are. For $100, can't go wrong. Without further ado, I jack up the car, chuck the front ones on first, and put the rears on. And we'll probably take it out in the bush next week or something with these wheels on, and see how they go. Apart from running the Treps, because I've only taken this out to the bush on the Centipede. So yeah, God, she's fucking massive, isn't she? She's huge. Just fits in the garage. You can see the door. Actually, the door's not the whole way up. Put the door. There we go. Door's the whole way up now. You can see she gets close, but with a flat roof rack, because the snorkel fits fine. So with a flat roof rack, she'll be mint. Maximum traction. Maximum traction. The thing about these bead locks too is they just gather water in there. There's nowhere for it to drain out. So that's fucked. That's all right. Well, let's chuck 35 on there. Best way is just use your legs, lift it up, and lift it up ever so slightly. And you can rotate the hub, like so. You're on. Jack it up just a hair, make sure there's no tension on the wheel. Let's do them up and we'll get this on. Oh, I'm actually liking the look already. They actually look mad with the circle steelies. After about 15 minutes, voila. I love the look of these. They look so good. And the back. God, it looks mint. That looks so good. Man, the 35s look so much better. I've never had 35s on this. They feel out so much better than the 33s did. 33s made it look like it skipped leg day. So these are perfect. But yeah, oh, grouse. This is gonna make me drive the car a lot more now. Yeah, they've got cool wheels on it. All right, I'm gonna take it for a quick drive, just make sure everything's all good. Make sure there's no buckles or wobbles. From what I know, they're pretty good. And yeah, see how quiet they are, and hopefully we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, guys, I'm so used to like driving on the Treps. I've been driving on them for so long. So I'm used to the, these are silky smooth. They look amazing, they look so good. I love the circle dynamics. They make the car look so much more aggressive. Look at the snorkel side. I really gotta fix the flares because the paint flaking looks like shit. They look sick. On the Hankooks, yeah, they'll do the job for now. I do like them. This is the sort of look I wanted. Sorry if there's a bit of wind noise because it is windy today, but this is the look I've always wanted, just driving it around as a daily. The 33s look like shit. The 36s are a bit too much attention, but the 35s I think will be just right. So I think the next trip we'll go out on these, see how they are, and then now I've got these wheels and tires, I'll get some new ones for the rear. And then yeah, I think the next thing we're going to be doing on this is going to modify the roof rack to make a flat rack, sit it lower so it fits in the garage nicely, and then probably put the front locker back in. That's probably a big one, because I know a lot of people in my last video were complaining that I didn't have a locker, and apparently it makes people angry. So we're out there just having fun, guys, so I really don't understand that. But yeah, she did clean up nicely earlier in this clip. Do need a 35 as a spare because that's still a 33, but yeah, and the door ding, yeah, she's all right. A bit more of a polish, you can still see a bit of compound there. So yeah, hasn't been the most ideal weather to do this kind of stuff, but hey, it's the long weekend this weekend and all the tracks are going to start opening, so I'm freaking wrapped to go back out. All right, guys, so without further ado, I'm going to leave it for this one. Catch you all in the next episode, which will most likely be going for a rip in the bush. out there somewhere. Take care everyone, have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.